guys, we last night we all got the news that for 21 days we won't fish. So we quickly shot through to Tugela North Bank to make it count, get you guys some footage on what we're going to do here. So to be safe, I did bring the drone. I'm going to put one drone bait just behind the back bank and look for a reggie or a zambi or whatever else is feeding there. And then we'll fish in front here, maybe have some throw baits for reggies as it gets a bit later, and also target maybe some cob. So stick around. I didn't bring a cob rod, but I'm really starting to enjoy the tournament as a very versatile rod because it's so sensitive. I've been doing quite a bit of edible fishing with it, so I'll double up on that. So I only brought the dog fights, geared right for the occasion to make sure. So yeah, this is not a casting reel, this is the LD60 for droning and for swimming baits. So if we get a diamond, we can swim it, and we can also drop a bait quickly for a reggie. Now the reggies, or whatever bait swims out there, the reggies, the water is really nicely colored, so they might come in now already, but normally what we find in daytime, they're a bit further. So if you want to get them early in the day already, it's much easier. Obviously it's in some guys' opinion, maybe a bit of cheating getting your bait out that far so quickly to target those fish. But yeah, we're here to catch some fish. We don't have much time. We're gonna have 21 days without fishing. Okay guys, now what I've got on here is I've got 65 pound backing, then 65 pound multicolour J braid on top, and then 0.75 Maxima Ultra Green. I've got 100 meters on top. So altogether just over 1,000 meters, I think it's 1,100 meters. And then I've got a tapered leader up to a 2.2 mil leader on here. And that's specifically for swimming and for droning bigger baits. My box is still a mess. We fished the day before yesterday and I haven't cleaned it. Alright, now on this 250 pound, I've got the mustard. This is a 14-0. Still got on here. And I'm just going to stick a nice big shad head I've still got on this and get it out there and see what eats it. And on that I'm just going to stick a 10-ounce sinker. Now I don't want to take it too far, just want to take it over that back bank. So I'm not going to even cable tie my sinker. Going to stick one of my old 10 ounces on there and leave it just like that. Obviously could get a nice diamond out there, a nice sandy, who knows. Alright, simple as that. Let me just stick the head on there. I just want to get some water. Fair size shad head on here. To get it through the top as well.
How's it guys? We're here at Tugela once again. Lovely water, lovely conditions, flat sea as usual. I've got a fellow angler all the way from East London, my hometown, old Joel over there. He's come all the way up to come and fish with us. And his target species is going to be a brown skate, which he's never caught in East London. A giant guitar fish, not a lesser. And he wants to catch a honeycomb and a diamond. So somewhere along the line you'll catch one of those species today. I'm rigging up my multiplying rod. I'm going to slide one of these lovely bonnies that we got. But yeah, let's see what we can do quickly. Rushing as usual. Let's get the lines in the water. So what I'm using today is my Saltiga 50 I got giant abrasion Kingfisher line on, 16 kilo, and I've got my saltist rod, my 9 ounce, and I'm going to put a slide on and see what I can catch with it. It's 2 hours before high tide, so I want to see if there's not a sand shark just lurking over that sandbank over there, and maybe a honeycomb. And then when it gets dark later on this evening on the spring tide, hopefully we catch a diamond or two. Just making a bummy twist quickly. Now what I'm basically doing here is, instead of using a mono leader that makes a big knot and goes through your eyes and slows everything down, I'm using a 150-200 pound braid, and how we join it is pretty much with a figure of 8, just like we did with nylon. So once, twice with the mono, make a figure of 8, open it up, let those taggings sit nicely. As you can see, they're sitting. This we're just going to do a couple more times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and again all we're doing is just making a figure of 8, and we're just allowing those little figures of 8 to seat nice and neatly as we're pulling it. So I'm going to open it up, make sure it sits properly. Here we go. As long as they roll over, create a small knot, I'll be very happy. There we go. Slide it down. Okay, now just a bit of a test. I'm very happy with that. So that makes a very small knot that will go through your eyes nice and neatly. I'm going to put my braid on the reel.
Can I bite you? This is so quick.
Knock yourself out. To 4. Our little colleague over here is going to go and throw a bait, and we're going to see how long it takes for him to get a brown skate bite, or a honeycomb, or a sandy. You never know. So what I've done is I've got a bimini twist attached to 200 pound braid. I'm now putting on a 200 pound wire leader onto my slide. As you can see, I've got a little bit of heat shrink over there on it. It's about 1.3 meters, 1.5 meters in length. How we actually attach it is to make a little bit of a kink in the wire. We take our braid, go through it, and we just work around it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. We go out the opposite side to what I've just come in. Okay, so that's basically it. Pull tight, slide it down like that, and pull tight. Okay, let's have a look here. Here's our guy going to have a throw. Nothing wrong. Okay, so that's basically all I've done. Cut the tag end off. Now what we do with this little bit of wire that's left over, and this is a little secret, don't cut it off. We actually just bend it up a little bit at a bit of an angle. Take a cutter, and we leave out that much of the tag end. as you can see there. What happens is, as the non-return comes down, let's actually put it on and do it quickly for you. I'll show you now. Okay. So what happens is, as the non-return comes down your line, it gets to that part of the actual wire, it will slide over it, but it doesn't go back. Okay, very important that it doesn't go back. I'll show you again, just pull it over. It's going to slide down, it gets to where that wire is, it slides over the wire, but it doesn't go back. Okay, very important. Just a little trick that you can use to keep your bite trace a lot longer, especially when you're fishing for raggies and big sharks. I've got two 13-0 J hooks on here, and again 200-pound carbon coated wire. My standard slide is about 1 meter, 1.1 meters in length, with a sinker that I add myself just to give it a bit more weight for the bigger baits. And that's pretty much what we're fishing with. It's quick and easy as that.
Guys, I'm going to go for a cobby first, and maybe something else could pick it up in the... But there's been some cobbies around. I'm going to look for a nice little cobby, because that head will make such a good bait when it gets dark. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to put a bit of sardine, nice sardine on the back, and wrap it with some beaten chocker. That's it. Okay, now it's just the weight. I just had a shad bite, which I missed. There we go. Something else eating. Pickers. Probably shad. Now, like today is the perfect day. Everything is 100%. It looks right. It's just a matter of getting a bite, or getting the bite, the expected bite. But that's the thing, we can't predict what's going to happen. It's got slow. Yeah, they're chomping me. That's shad. It's not what I have in mind. Probably switch to a mackerel head just now.
Basically, that's the swivel side, that's the ring side, and of course we've got one of our sinkers that's got the hook on it. So when it comes to casting purposes, the hook there is designed to go onto the ring, so that you throw it like that. The reason being is, if you throw too hard, you could part the nylon off and then you throw your sinker away. And it also just makes for harder throwing, a little bit more aerodynamic in the air. But there's the entire length of the wire. As you can see, there's that little thing that I told you about that stops the non-return. It goes all the way down to about that length, and of course when it comes loose, it's going to be sitting in the sand, and as you shake, it just goes deeper and deeper and deeper into the sand. Okay, now for rigging the bait up, like I said, 239s, a lovely sorter, Bonnie. I need to get our cable tie. Cable tie quickly. Okay, a little bit of cotton. All we're going to do here is take it and just cut the back off slightly. just to allow a little bit of smell out and also to stop it from spinning in the water with that tail part. Again, feed the crabs. There's lots here. Okay. The first hook, I'm just going to measure out where it goes. It's going to go in that hard part and come out just beneath that little V there. So again, what we're going to do is go in over there, twist, come out just between that over there, pull it down. This is going to come out just above the eye. So we're going to go in through the bottom lip and up through the top, pull that down, and I'm just going to cable tie that closed. Don't need a big cable tie for this. So basically that's how it's going to sit in our bait. Like that there. Slip that off. And there's my bait. Ready for sliding. I'm going to put a little bit of cotton around it just to keep the hook in place. And that's it, nothing more.
Little one of these. Little spinner. Okay, so that baby I caught had a baby and then that came and ate my bait.
There for about an hour, that's all I've got back. Pickers are out of control. Anyway, put another big bait and see how long it takes for them to finish that one off.
Quickly just put one mackerel bait. Unfortunately this bank in front of us is a bit deep to wade, so I'm actually contemplating while it's still light to maybe go drop this one bait, take it over, we'll see if I cast. Maybe there's a diamond on the bank here. So I don't think we'll clear that second bank, there's two banks here.
Guys, after a long battle to try and get a bite, I eventually got one fish to stick, and it's not a very big fish. I don't know if it's a diamond. I think it's a diamond. Otherwise it doesn't know it's hooked. Let's hope it doesn't know it's hooked. But yeah, I think it's a little diamond. Okay guys, so there we go, a lovely diamond just before we go to our 21-day Corona lockdown. So this is going to be my Corona diamond for the year. Lovely. On my trusty old dogfight, 40-pound J braid, standard circle hook, our nanos tuna circle, and yeah, of course my tournament. There we go. Last big fish. Okay, let's put it back. Oh, baby. shaking me. That's why I think it might just be a baby reggie. Let's hope it's a reggie. It's not shaking like it would be. Once again, I've got a lovely little diamond here. Tide's starting to turn, so the fish should turn on now. Yeah. And my second Corona one for the evening. After 21 days, these things are going to look so lovely. I'm going to hold in my trusty dog fight, and I'm just going to go pop it in the water here and let it swim off. Head to the rescue! So, what do you think of our diamonds that you get here in the Natal? Are they strong?
Yeah, they're very better than that.
Woo! Rest from the Kingfisher shower, by the way, just to let you know. Okay.
Okay guys, now that wasn't fireworks, but at least Ray got into the action with the diamonds there, as well as Joel got one now. But I'm gonna call it. It started to rain now, lightning everywhere. You don't feel comfortable with the graphite rods. So it's now about almost 12 o'clock. It's past 11 in the evening, and we started, we got here at 3. So only the 3 diamonds, a lot of crickets. I went through 12 mackerel and I don't know how many red eyes and other bait. This one came back with at least a head left. But that's me, and thank you for joining us. Please remember to like the video, hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already, and push that notification drop down to choose what type of notifications you want. That really helps us, guys. Thanks, man.